Oh, it is a V-nickel. Sweet. Oh, 1894, baby. Well, I'm working closer to the house today, but you know, I haven't had much luck over here in the past because the soil seemed very new. But I have the big coil on, the big 9x12, which of course gives you more depth, and I got a hit, a very deep one, but I did manage to recover it. And it's another old toe tap. Look at all the little nails in it. Isn't that cool? I do like these. I believe this will be the fourth one I've recovered from this property. That's interesting. Over there, behind my car, there's a big tree, and I got a signal not too far from that tree, which is a kind of signal I hate to dig on the AT. I really don't like digging things that are below like 47. I simply have not had luck with signals. Most signals in the 40s almost always turn out to be junk. But I was getting a nice strong one, and it was deep, 46, so I decided to work it. It took like a half an hour to get it out because it was under a bunch of roots and rocks, and it was very, very deep, and it was a can. Half an hour to dig a can. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay. I've worked a little closer to the house. The toe tap was right over there. And bugs are still on it. It's 55 degrees, and the mosquitoes are still on it. I got a 72, 76 kind of range tone, right where you might find copper, sterling, zinc, you know, in that range, brass. But it sounded long, narrow and long, so I was hoping maybe it was a skeleton key. This is a really weird item. I have an inkling what it might be. Here, take a look. See, it's got some nice patterning on it. These bugs won't leave me alone. And then it has all these little teeth coming off. Now, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's old or if it's new. What I'm wondering is if maybe it's an old comb of some kind. An old metal comb. And I'm kind of weirded out by the fact that that metal, with one wipe, became so shiny. I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's a sterling silver comb. Anyway, isn't that awesome? Alright, so I'm going to pause you guys here and spend a little time cleaning that up. See if I can learn anything else about it. Well, okay, it's not sterling silver. I took a toothpick to it, and once I remove some of the dirt, I can see some patina underneath and some places where the covering, whatever it is flaking off. So it could be silver plated, but however, I did find some writing, and I think I may have figured out what it is. Here, have a look. I don't know if you can read that, but I think it says heat and light. Heat ampersand light. I think that may be part of a curling iron. Maybe an older curling iron. I don't know how old. But I'll do some more research on it. Certainly I've never seen a curling iron like that, so pretty cool. And you never know what you're going to find. Well, I'm down very close to the house now, and this is an area that I have not had luck with back when I had the small coil on the AT Max. But with the large coil, I did finally get a target. It sounded terrible. Once I went down for it, I must have pulled 5 or 6 nails out of the hole. So there's a lot of square nails down here near the house. But the important thing is the depth. Look at this. That's 8 inches on the probe. There's still signals coming out of there. But there's, I think, the target we were going for. That's an Indian head. Always nice to see one of those. It's a very new one, a 1904. So that's 14 years old. Nice old coin. It's kind of chewed up. The ground here hasn't been kind, but that's hella deep for a coin that's only 100 years old. So there has been a lot of churn in this soil, which I guess is not too surprising. They probably have done a lot of... Oh, shut up. They probably have done a lot of remodeling here over this last century. So, there you go. So my original assessment that the ground near the house was unproductive, not entirely true. It seems to have just been a matter of depth. Now the soil is nice and moist, and I've got a big coil on, and I'm starting to pick out very deep targets. So I'm going to keep working this hole just to see what the rest of that stuff in there is. I'm pretty sure it's more nails. Actually, what I'll do is I'll pass the coil over it first and see what it sounds like. If all I hear is iron, it's just all going to go back in. The grass is nice here, but the ground is kind of crumbly and soft, which is another indication that it's been turned over a lot. It's not like hard pack, you know. It's not like the ground up there, which is a lot more solid. Alright, back to it. Yay! Indian head penny. Awesome! Okay, what are you? You're right there, whatever you are. Alright. Come on now. Alright. Wow, what's that? Oh, that's interesting. What's that? Is that an earring? I think it's an earring. I don't know how old it is. Like a little Indian in a boat? Well, I keep saying Indian, I shouldn't say Native American in a boat. And on this side we have some kind of, I don't know if that's a stone or just a fake plastic bead. I don't know, is that supposed to be like a teepee? Alright, let's brush this off. This is neat. I don't know how old it is, but it's neat. My guess is it's not very old. That looks like a modern sort of maker's mark on the back there. But it is unmarked as far as metal. So I do not know what it is. All I know is that it shines like sterling. I'll take a picture of that one and send it to the homeowner. If they don't want it, I can take it home and run it through my test kit. Actually, I don't think it's an earring. I think it's a pendant. Yeah, that's a pendant. I mean, I guess it could be an earring if there was a loop there, but that's It's just something that hangs on something. So, anyway, that's really nice. I mean, it may not be old, but it's a cool find. I like that. And if it's silver, well, then that makes this a good day. And I've already had my old coin for the day. I found that old Indian, so that was nice. God, that's pretty. I wonder what that is, that stone. Or if it is a stone. You know who'll know? My wife will know. She loves Native American stuff. She's kind of knowledgeable in that area. I'll ask her when I get home. And I'll check it on the silver test kit. In fact, I can video that tonight. Okay. Time to test this little pendant and see if it's actually sterling, like I think it might be. So the way this works is for this little stone, not really a stone, it's a piece of glass really with a sort of a rough surface. And what you do is you take your item you want to test and you scratch it onto the surface to leave a little tiny, to rub off a little tiny bit of the metal, a little streak. Then once you have a streak, you put a drop of the silver testing solution on it, which, by the way, contains nitric and muriatic acid, so don't mess with this, don't get it on your skin. And if there is any silver in the metal that's on the stone, the solution will react with it. And depending on color change, it tells you how much silver is in the metal. So if it's like sterling silver or fine silver, it'll turn red. If it's like 80% silver, it turns reddish brown. And if it's like 50% silver, it turns green. And or it might not react at all. If this is actually made of like aluminum or stainless steel or something, then I would expect no reaction at all. See that? That's the kind of streak we're going to make. I'm going to set the camera down and a little bit to get a more substantive streak. Okay, so hold on a second. Okay, there we go. We have a little tiny streak. Now, of course, you could test this by dropping it right on, by dripping it right on the silver item, but it reacts with the silver, it eats it, so you'll damage the item doing that. Alright, so now all we got to do is just squeeze out a little tiny dollop of this fluid. It does look like it is reacting because, there we go. Yeah, I can't see the metal anymore. It looks like it's reacting with the metal. Wow, it's reacting very quickly with the metal. I just touch it on there and the metal disappears almost immediately. The only question is, did it turn red? Did it turn brown? Looks like it turned reddish brown to me. But the easiest way to tell is to take a white paper towel now and wipe that acid off, and you should see little tiny particles, and the color of the particles is what you're looking for. So let me do that. And as you can see, there are reddish particles on the paper towel now that we've wiped off the stone, indicating that the item actually is made of silver, even though it's not marked silver. So, fine silver is bright red, sterling silver is dark red, 800 silver, I think they call that continental silver, is brown, and 50% silver is green. So it looked dark red to me, so I think we're going to go with sterling. So even though this isn't marked sterling, it is in fact a piece of sterling jewelry. So there you go. Sweet. Well, I just found something that's kind of cool, and I can't wait to give it to the owners because I think this will actually connect with the childhood of the man who lives here now. My understanding is that the place used to belong to his folks, and then, he bought it from them, or inherited it from them, or something like that, and but that he lived here as a youngster. And I just dug a dog license from 1978. Doesn't have the dog's name on it, doesn't say the owner's name, but it does say 1978. And I don't know, that may be in the early days of his youth, so I think this may remind him of his first pet dog or something. What a neat little find, huh? I love digging up dog licenses. Well, I hope this actually means something to him. Anyway, there you go. Hey guys. So today on the shout out for Truck and Dirt, I'd like to recommend Green Mountain Metal Detecting. Green Mountain Metal Detecting is a channel that features a YouTuber from Vermont, and he does a lot of detecting out in the wilds of Vermont. He gets into some really remote places, beautiful scenery, and he just finds some amazing old stuff, really, really old things. Definitely worth checking out. If you like deep woods hunting, please give Green Mountain Metal Detecting a peek. Well, that was a nice little hunt. Getting out before it's dark, that's good. I really don't like to stay here after dark. I mean, it is someone's private property, and I don't want people creeping around in their yard in the night. Yeah, I wanted to get out of here before the sky turned black. Anyway, we had a couple of interesting finds. So have a look. Alright, so probably the oldest find of the day is that toe tap. And then we have this funky, what I think might be part of a curling iron. We have that lovely pendant, which I think might be sterling. I don't know. We'll check it. The dog license. 2 pennies. The one on the left is a wheat penny. The one on the right is a 1904 Indian head penny. The date's nice and clear, but the actual head of Lady Liberty there is all cruddied up. And then we have this, probably some sort of a rifle shell. Actually, I'm kind of glad I found this, because I have been finding all over the lawn pieces of copper that look like this, without this part on the end. And I haven't known what they were. And I'm like, what is this thing? And why am I finding them all over the place? So that's what they are. They are parts or shells like this one. So that's not bad for, like an hour and 30 minutes. Anyway, pretty cool. This is way too big. Oh no. No way! Do you know what that is? Oh my god! I've never dug one of these. I've always wanted to. That's unbelievable.